What's going on, brother? It's Awesome One Joey from Ring Post Daily Podcast. And a little thing I wanted to do for our YouTube channel was some, not just things you could find at a Walmart, because everybody can find them. I'm talking about the things at yard sale, vendors, malls, things that you really have to dig and go out and find in the wild. And this is a little introduction to the things that I find. Now I'll be doing videos and showing you the things that I find and where I find them. But today is the debut episode, and we will show you the things that I have found at vendors, malls, yard sales. I've had people find them for me at places like that. I found them myself. But the point is these are items that I've came across or have had people come across at yard sales, vendors, malls, and stuff like that. So to show you, for example, an example of what I find, let's get to the action, brother. Starting out the video hard with some WCW old classic action figures. We got Diamond Dallas Page. We got Ric Flair. We got Saturn over here, Perry Saturn. And then this one I say for last, because this is the giant figure with Rey Mysterio Jr. bonus figure, which a lot of speculation about that Rey Mysterio figure right there is that is the first ever USA figure of Rey. So the Ric Flair packaging on this one, it ain't the best, but you ain't gonna find it in no better shape today than that. If you do, then I'm shocked. Those are some WCW figures, though, that have been found at yard sales and vendor malls, but that's not it. Over here, we have some 90s figures, and right here is SummerSlam 1999 and King of the Ring, Vince and Shane McMahon. Now, yeah, you see like $5.99, but them ain't the stickers or the prices that were paid for it, so you can't always go by what, if you see them on there, think that's what was paid for. But yeah, these are old Jakks Pacifics. I remember playing with them as a kid. I've had these exact same ones as a kid, and this is Vince and Shane McMahon. These, let me get back to these real quick. Let me see if I can find a name or brand. I don't really see a name or a brand, but I see the WCW official like sticker and all that like WWE has. So yeah, that is my WCW finds and some good old WWF finds. We're coming back at you with George the Animal Steel old figure. I've done this 1,000 times. I'm going to look at it again under the light. 1986 George the Animal Steel figure. Some of the paints wore off. It's not the best condition, but that is history right there for wrestling figures, like we just saw in the recent one I just posted. Well, this is before that. Then you go to about 2010 or 12 or something. I think 2012. These are Slam City action figures. Let me see. There's one different John Morrison. He's in gray and white. Here's another John Morrison. He's in brown and white. This is then The Rock and Randy Orton. Then you come over here and we have this nice little WWE wristband, which I'm not gonna sport that everywhere, but that'd be pretty dope to wear at a WWE event. I'm not gonna lie, I'd wear it. And then you come over here and you find a Twist of Fate Matt and Jeff Hardy DVD 2-disc set. I'm not really big on DVDs anymore, but it's something to have. I'm not going to say it right now, but maybe that's something I could give to a fan one day. Ooh, what's that mean? Then, now this next one is kind of a cheat. I didn't find it at a yard sale or nothing. I found it at a store, at an Ollie's bargain store. Now, I guess these Abraham Lincoln books right here, they had one where Abraham Lincoln was fighting aliens, this and that, and it said Abraham Lincoln Pro Wrestler. And I just took a few ganders at the pages, and the wrestling fan inside of me said, buy it. So I did. And I haven't read it yet. I don't know if I ever will read it, but it's an Abraham Lincoln as a pro wrestler book. So I went and did that. So that is what we got here. Some figures from the 80s and some figures from the 2012s. We got wristbands and DVDs and books. What else could you want? Well, we'll see in the next one. And coming back at you with a little flashback from my childhood to as of recent. We're talking about SmackDown vs. Raw and SmackDown vs. Raw 2006. We got the original and the sequel. These games were for PlayStation 2. Childhood memories brought back up, and wow, just a great piece of history to have. Then you come over here. We've seen some old figures and we've seen some new figures, but here's a newer one, and this is Finn Balor, or Finn Balor as my dad would call him. Now, Finn Balor figure right here goes right in the other figure section. Just found cheaper than it would be at the store and got for me, so pretty cool. Now, this next one is a little bit personal to me because TSW Wrestling, we sponsor them. Look at our episodes. You'll see the ads. You'll see the sponsor on our website. Right here, you see a few matches they had. Pretty freaking cool. He, Big Frank, Cousin Frank, he was actually one of our first ever interviews on the show. And then you come down here, wherever I saw him at, where did I see at? Sully Larkin, he was our one of our guests for TSW Wrestling Month. And then you had Austin Michaels. Ooh, man, don't I have a rivalry with you. He was also in one of our episodes for an interview for TSW Wrestling Month. I actually got to go and be a wrestling manager, had to get a license and everything. And I was the manager for the champion, Sully Larkin. That right there, guys, is the guy that I managed in a wrestling match. And so far, my wrestling managerial record is 1-0. So, with that being said, that is a pretty cool find and a pretty cool flashback. Now we're going to move on to a little something different. This is some memorabilia. Right here, we got WWE 2K John Cena posters. They're cardboard, as you can tell. They're cardboard, and they were getting rid of them at Walmart. And I went ahead and got them before they got recycled. And those are hard cardboard John Cena 2K23, even stronger, available March 17th, blah blah blah. That is awesome, and that is cool. Now, not all this stuff I can take credit for. This one right here is a WrestleMania 2023 WrestleMania Hollywood promotional stand piece. Now, what I mean by that is there's a stand in the toy section where it's got all the wrestlers' pictures on it, and this is on top. The worker that we talked to, well, let's just say we were able to get this because of her. And I appreciate it, because without me taking that piece of cardboard right there and acknowledging it for the art and the prize that it is to me, without me and fans like me, that's just another piece of cardboard getting ready to get through the shredder. Not on my watch. And then this is actually, like the 2K23, this is 2K22. Now, this is from 2K22, the game, and this was not just, this wasn't cardboard like that, or that even. No, this was plastic posters. Very thin. Now, this didn't come with it. That came from a different game stand, but it matches it, so I just put it with it for the time being. I need to get a bigger frame for it. And that is my 2K22 Rey Mysterio things. Now, there's two of them right here. One and then the other one, right? Well, those are my posters for it. So, I got 2K22 video game memorabilia. I got 2K23 memorabilia, and then I got WrestleMania Hollywood memorabilia pretty cool stuff here, and I'm glad I could show you this, but we got more to show you. And right when you think he's done with the action figures, he hits you back up with some more. Yes, now these are 3 WWF Special Edition Sable figures. They are all the same colored dresses and everything, exact same figure. The only thing they all have in common is, well, a lot of things. You know, it's the same figure, so they have a lot in common, I guess. But another thing they have in common too is the shape they're in for WWF figures. Those figures right there, you're not going to find them in any more mint condition shape. I mean, you can get stuff to take that off and wipe the residue off, and it looks just as good as on the rack. You know, trying to find a year on it. 1998. So these are 1998 Sables, limited special editions. I mean, come on, guys, what a good find, right? Like I said, I can't take credit for it. I got people looking for me as well. And this was something that was found in one of those places I was telling you guys about. And it was swiped for me. So we'll see you in the next one. And now we're going to hit you with a little bit of odds and ends. This bear is a WrestleMania 24 bear from the actual pay-per-view itself. This right here is a Triple H Hot Wheel. Yeah, it could be in better shape, but it says Triple H on it. It's cool to have. Screw it, I got it. Including a Hot Wheels, we got a Hot Wheel Eddie Guerrero WWE Hot Wheel. That's probably from like 2005, 2004, around there. And that's pretty cool to have, especially in that good of shape. And then we have these WWF stands that the figures stand on that WWE just started doing again with Mattel when they in 2010 or whatever, and that's pretty cool to have. Just WWF, old school. Then we got, I found this at a vendor's mall, Roman Reigns Amazon exclusive Wreck Everyone and Leave Universal Champion pop figure. Pretty cool to have, especially since I put them ones in the sky for my tribal chief. That is an awesome find for me. It was like 12 or 15 bucks, but it was worth it, especially how expensive it goes for online. This one I didn't necessarily find on a yard sale, but I found it at a Dollar General and never seen another one since seeing it. And I thought it was cool, so screw it, I threw it in. Now this is some drink that's called Good to Grow Pods. It's raspberry lemonade. Never had it, don't know what it is. But what I do know is when I saw that, I said, that's John Cena. And I bought it. Never opened, never drank out of, good to go. Now, I've seen these drinks in the store, and I just don't see the John Cena one anymore. I wanted to buy another one. And that was the only one I found, and I thought I gave it away, but nope, it's right there, and I thought that was pretty cool. Now, one thing one of my people found for me was these. WWE Raw Attitude 4-pack. Now, the cans are obviously empty with a hole drill in the bottom, which is fine for me. They're in good shape. But I used to buy these all the time with my mom on payday, and they were good as hell. And just to have that is such a flashback to like 2008, 9. Then, another person of mine found these unopened WCW trading cards from 1991. Now, this is before ring pieces and autographs got mixed into the equation. So you probably got, if not a whole set, damn near the whole thing right there, unopened packs in an unopened box. That's what you want to. This is the type of stuff you want to see when you're out at a yard sale, or you're on eBay, or yard sales, or vendors malls, or even a Dollar General, or wherever, you know. When you're at these places, let's say your wife or your girlfriend is dragging you to one of these places. Hey, if you're into Halo, or you're into Grand Theft Auto, you're into this, you're into that, or you're into wrestling, go with your wife. Spend some time and let her shop. Some of it's going to be window shopping anyway. But if you're a wrestling fan like me, go with your girlfriend or your mom or your mama to the thrift store, Goodwill, or wherever you got to go, and find some treasures like these. We'll be back with some more. And we're back with more odds and ends from one thing to another. These are old WCW and WWF odd and end cards. No autographs, no ring pieces, but, you know, they're all basics. It's all moments in history to have. No full sets or nothing, but just a bunch of old memories and matches and moments to cherish in cards. Then you come over here. You thought we were done with the teddy bears? Give me a hell no. Because we come here with Stone Cold Steve Austin. Now this is a WWF 1990s, and that's the bottom line. And even right here, if you look at it, that is a Stone Cold picture right there. I saw these on eBay once, and then someone found me that, and that's pretty cool to have. Then you come over here to VHS. Now, for a lot of you young folks out there that's so used to DVD and Blu-rays, this was where it was at in the old days. Hulk Hogan Still Rules. I used to have it on DVD, but this VHS was found just for a few bucks, and that's pretty cool to have. Unwrapped, unopened, unwatched. Then you come over here. Now these right here are different. These are classic WWF wrestling card collector albums. These are not just the albums. As you can see right here, I got 2 books, 1 and 2. Each book, not that. Each book, not that. Try this again. Each book is paged with all these cards. All those cards completed in both books is the entire set of that classic WWF card set. So, I have the whole collection of classic WWF wrestling cards. Like 1990, I think. 1989, something like that. Very cool, very rare. The binders are in great condition, and so are the cards. A full set, and even some extras on the side. You cannot complain, or what a find. Then, this is kind of a cheat. This one I found at an outlet store. Including 10 fact book, 10 figurines, and playmat, not bad. Now this is like pretty much a book, right? John Cena, Seth Rollins, Strowman, and Lashley. This is a book about facts about wrestlers and WrestleMania. Right here is like a WrestleMania playmat poster. And then right here is 10 figurines. And if you look in there with me right now, I can see, I think, who is supposed to be Alexa Bliss and AJ and Lashley. I see a Cena, a Strowman, and a Rollins, and someone else. Well, I don't know. I can't really see who they all are. But yeah, that was a pretty cool find for me. 10 wrestlers, 10 facts, a playmat, and the 10 figurines. What a collector. What an item. Then, what I had someone find for me here was this old WWE plug into your TV set game. Now what I mean by that is, once again, kids with their HDMI cables, you hook this into the yellow and that into the white. You put the AA batteries in and a WWE game comes on. Now most of these things, like the Wheel of Fortune one I had, and this one I believe, it had you can make your own account, this and that. It had wrestlers such as Batista, Triple H, I think Eugene, Chris Benoit, Taker, JBL, and maybe 2 other ones I'm not remembering. Eddie Guerrero and someone else. But it had about 8 wrestlers on there, and it was a pretty good way to kill time. But nowadays, from going from 2004 to 2023, and it being that good a shape outside the box, that right there is an item in time. A relic, if you will, to collect. Then right here, without the front and the book and everything. The disc is great shape, just missing the front plastic and the book. But that's fine, I can find that anywhere online for a couple bucks. This right here, I'm just going to use the game, post on a wall to thumbtack or something. But yeah, found WWF Attitude for just a couple bucks, and that's a great find, especially since the fact that I always owned it for PlayStation 1, and now for some reason I own a Sega Dreamcast version, and I've never even played a Dreamcast or owned one. So, So you got your video game fix, you got your book fix, you got your VHS video, DVD, whatever fix. you got your teddy bear fix, and you got your card fix. Everything here you could want as a wrestling fan right here, but we ain't even done yet. And next, we have this WWE sheet. Wait a minute, there's two of them? That's right, I forgot. That sheet that's been in there the whole time, and then that one I just put down a second ago. Both of them were both found, on either a yard sale or a thrift store or a vendor's mall or some of that nature. So, out there in the wild, and these perfect condition WWE sheets for about a kid's size small bed. Pretty great find for any WWE fan. You can use it for your wall, you can use it for curtains, you can use it for anything, but I prefer to collect them. And coming back at you with some old WWF stuff this time. We're coming at you with a WWF China Bendham's figure. And I don't know what year that's from. I'm going to guess 97, 98. And then we have a similar device, WWE Collector Series skateboard with Sable on it. Never seen them. That's pretty cool. And then over here we have someone I found, what I remember now, the name of them is, LJMs, and we have Andre, Big John Studd, and Brutus the Barber Beefcake, all right there. Now that's a pretty cool find to find on a day. Even if you just found that stuff alone, it's a pretty cool find for a wrestling fan. You got the old rubber figures here, you got the old rubber figures there, you got the skateboard. I mean, it could be better, but it could also be worse. And coming back at you with some even more heavy hitters. This John Cena Wrestle Buddy and John Cena plush doll. Both of these were found for me within the past week, a week and a half apart. And it's pretty cool to have these. There's certain things I'll give my nephew that's John Cena. Certain things I just like to keep for myself. My hero, my guy. Pretty cool finds. Then, that same person found me these 4 items. Pretty cool. Becky Lynch, The Rock, some AJ Styles. They're like hand wipes in a pack. Me, I can go buy a pair from Dollar Tree and collect the wrestling ones. Then you have a Stephanie McMahon figure, probably 2014, 2015. Still pretty cool to find in the wild. Then we're going to come over here to Macho Man Randy Savage. That right there is a Macho Man Randy Savage Slim Jim cardboard. It's like what the store gets them in. Now, most of the time, if you're at Dollar General and you say, hey, this box is empty, can I have it? They'll say, yeah. And I have a couple of those, and that's what that is. Oh, yeah. Then we come over here. One found at a church sale, and the other one found on a yard sale. We're coming over here to the WWE Intercontinental and WWE United States Championships. Now, I have many belts that I've bought like this off eBay and everything, these toy titles. And I bought one off eBay that was the exact same title as the Intercontinental there, except it said WWF, not WWE. The other one, I have another US title just like this, except it's the new and current WWE logo and not that one. So I have 2 different US and IC titles, but with minor differences and changes, logo-wise. Then we come over here to 2019 month calendar of NXT. Now, I wasn't really a follower of NXT then, and I'm still not big on NXT now. But some of the people on there that I can tell you that is on there is like Aleister Black, Gargano and Ember Moon, and, Adam Cole, baby. I see Otis and Heavy Machinery and Authors of Pain. So I see Selena Vega. So I see a lot of people on there I guess I do notice. But pretty cool to find a 2019 calendar in the wild like that. That was actually, at a store where it was just some old timers selling stuff, and my dad talked to him about it. It was like the only wrestling thing they had, and it was like 2022. So he talked him down on that. But yeah, what a pretty cool little find here, for over the past couple months, odd and end options coming in. And some more finds that we found is this WWE poster. CM Punk, Orton, Cena, the game, everyone on this poster. Probably from 2012, 2013. The next one is this John Cena Never Give Up Kids shirt. Yes, I can't wear it, but I can still collect it. And then we have this WWE Cage Battle board game. Never opened, never played, all pieces there, and found at a bargaining mall. So these are all just a couple more items that we have found elsewhere in the wilds. Wear it, sport it, play it, do whatever. Well, that was all the things that I could find right now, but just a little sneak peek of what you can expect to find with me on the road. What do you say, Tom? Tom agrees. Tom, hey, you agree? He agrees. Well, guys, this has been a great little debut episode of something special I wanted to try, and didn't know we had a guest with named Tom, and I hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll see you on the road. What's up?